morning. Get to see me in the daylight for once because, I'm on my way to work, but I wanted to talk about NFL Conference Championships. Pretty exciting. Let me start with the fact that I'm not going to talk about Richard Sherman a whole lot. It's been overdone, redone, and overdone. And, I will say one thing, in that Richard Sherman is smarter than he looks. I'll just say that. But I'm a big believer in class. I understand marketability. I think there's a time and place, and he's just coming off really classless. I'll just say that. Seattle's not doing themselves any favors with Golden Tate on the offensive side and then Richard on the defensive side. It's a shame because guys like Russell Wilson and are getting overshadowed. So, however, hats off to Seattle. Amazing game with the 49ers. I actually thought the Niners were going to win, so I was surprised. A couple plays either way, and that's exactly what happened. So, irregardless of what side you're on, a fantastic game. Seattle deserved it, and they earned it, and what more fitting way than their strongest unit, the strongest unit in the league, the secondary, to come up with a play in the last play of the game to seal it. A back and forth game where both quarterbacks made mistakes. Moving on, I'm pretty happy that Denver, however, won. As I've said before, I don't want to hear about New England anymore. I'm a big fan of parity, and New England, say what you want, managed to find their way and make themselves relevant year in and year out. But thank God they're gone. Let's just all admit that. I mean, thank God we don't have to see them anymore this season. I'm pretty stoked about that. I don't like Brady. I'm glad they won. Now, as far as the game itself, Denver looked very good. I was impressed. We're talking about, start with Peyton Manning. Let's start with 400 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions in a conference championship game. Denver looks really good. Their defense isn't as good as Seattle's, but their offense is way better. You've probably read that it's the number 1 ranked offense versus the number 1 ranked defense. So that'll be interesting. Those kind of things I think are less relevant in a championship game. I think you're going to have 11 guys on both sides of the ball and 2 head coaches and on their associated staffs just diligently for the next 2 weeks going after every strategy, probably on a insane level, and then they'll have to play it out. Doesn't mean that Seattle defense isn't their strong suit, and doesn't mean that Denver's offense isn't, one of the better in the league. Statistically, they're great. But the running game is, it's not scary. The offensive line is very good. Peyton Manning, no matter where he goes, seems to always get 5 big uglies, as they say, who want to go the extra mile for a guy like him. So, with that said, I like Peyton Manning a lot. I make no secret about it. I'm excited at the matchup. I like Denver in it. Not only do I like them, but I think they'll win. I just don't think that. I think experience with Peyton Manning goes a long way. I think that clutchness goes a long way. I don't think Peyton will make the mistakes that Kaepernick did. Not even close. So I don't see Seattle defense being able to stop Denver's offense. And then on the other side of the field, Seattle will be able to score points. I can see Russell turning it over. I can see Marshawn turning it over for sure. And the game will literally be decided by a couple turnovers. I couldn't even tell you a point spread. I don't see Seattle winning the game. There's no scenario I could come up with. I guess if I was going to guess one way or the other, I could see Denver really running it up. So, but great Sunday of conference championships. Shame that it's being overshadowed by bullcrap with Richard Sherman. I think that he's. I want to like almost believe that he's good-hearted. You know, I mean, in what he does, but I don't. I just don't, and it's unfortunate. I hope that honestly, Denarius Thomas gets the last word, or Wes Welker more than likely, because I mean it's probably where they'll match up, and frankly, no one will care. The only team that matters is the one that puts the ring on. So we'll see.